Oh, take me to dinner.
No. Good morning, King. It is a sensible 11:17 a.m. or a sensible 6 in the morning if you're listening at that time, or it could be night. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, this is when we record in the morning. This is the time. Is that apple juice or are you
It's
drinking
apple
whiskey
juice.
already? Okay.
I don't like drinking. This is apple juice. It's actually apple cider, but it tastes like apple juice. I don't think this tastes like apple cider, but it's going with my fall theme.
That's apple cider though? In theory, it's apple cider?
It says apple cider, but it's Stop and Shop brand apple juice, in my opinion. Like, I don't know.
Don't you think it's interesting that there is an apple juice and an apple cider and they taste different?
Yes.
Do you think it's just like less artificial product in one, more artificial product in another? Or not even product, but like sugar, maybe?
I think partly that, and I think there's also a fermentation. I don't even know if I pronounced that right when it comes to apple cider, but apple juice is like my go-to. We go to restaurants for breakfast. When we go to breakfast, people are like, I'll have like a coffee, I'll have tea, whatever, I'll maybe orange juice. I'm like, could I have apple juice, please? And then they bring it to me in like the kid's cup with the octopus on it. I'm like, no, I am an adult.
That's like
when people say that.
That's like when adults order like milk at a restaurant.
Yes,
Like, what?
yes, no, exactly.
It's like anyone who's like past the kids menu age ordering milk is like, who are you? Like, leave.
Who art thou? I will say though, I just tried strawberry milk for the first, so I guess I am for the first time. Well, it was strawberry rice milk. Just because that's my milk is rice milk. But I put strawberry, like Hershey's, it was really, really good, I have to say. Justin looked very excited to comment.
Well, because that was my type of milk. Like, I had strawberry milk. Anytime I could have strawberry milk, that was like, yay, strawberry milk. I know that's strange because people are like, no? As in, no, you disagree? Or
I disagree that it's strange. It's so good.
I thought you were like, I don't like that stance.
No, I take it.
That's how a lot of people... Because I feel like chocolate milk is typically how it goes. If you're from Rhode Island, coffee milk is something. There's like Hershey coffee syrup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've tried that before.
That sounds horrible.
It's interesting. But I don't know. My siblings were more chocolate milk. I was strawberry because I guess I like to be different. There's one story that I have where I was in the backseat of my grandmother's car and I had a whole thing of strawberry milk. It spilled all over my grandmother's car. And for the rest of the time that she had that car, it was a tan interior. There was a stain of pink that looked like someone, like, I don't know, just regurgitated Pepto-Bismol all over like the back seat of the car, and I felt really bad. But
I had crayons melt in the back of my dad's Toyota Camry from a long time when I was a little kid, and then there was just a forever wax stain in the back because it was literally like in the back window.
Like on the little ledge? Like, did he have a sedan?
Yeah,
yes. Like on the little ledge behind the back seat? Yeah.
Yes, and they all melted. And then, when crayons melt and then they still have, like, the paper in the box? Like, and they're just perfectly, like, cylinders with no...
with no wax in them.
With no wax in them, yeah. So, I have Crayola Band-Aids in my car now, and my dad saw them, and he was like, did you not learn your lesson? He thought they were... Because it looks like a crayon box.
Oh.
And he still brings it up to this day. But we started on apple juice, and I was feeling very fall-y, autumny.
Folly.
And we got into spilled strawberry milk and Crayola boxes.
This is how we do.
This is how we point of do. But I believe the question was, how are you?
No, yeah, I'm good. I think I answered. I don't know.
You might have. You might have. You asked about my whiskey, and I was like...
I asked about your whiskey. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm going on a trip again, right? Literally in a few hours. So that's exciting. I like traveling. I think everyone who listens to this this podcast knows that I like traveling. So that's very fun. Yeah, I'm doing well. How about you? How are you, King?
I'm so good. I am really loving this long weekend, and it's a super long weekend for me.
Is it a long weekend?
Yeah. It's in the Indigenous Peoples Day on Monday.
And my phone went off. Great.
Hey, that's usually a me problem.
I forgot about that because I don't have that. I technically don't have that day off, but I took it off. But
nice. I took off yesterday. I had half a day. And it was so good. I got in my car at 12 o'clock. I went and got gas. I bought myself Dead Rat juice. That's Blue Mountain Dew for those of you tuning in for the first time. Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. I am feeling restful. I've been going to sleep at 10 p.m. Every night except for Thursday night, which we went and saw. We need to talk about this. We went and saw Bros, which is the gay rom-com by... Did Billy Eichner also produced it, right? He wrote it.
He wrote it. I think he was an executive producer. He also produced by Judd Apatow, who produced Bridesmaids.
Oh.
What's that movie? Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Haven't seen either of them.
You haven't seen Bridesmaids?
No, I know what it is though, and it's on in my house all the time.
Gotcha. So, it's like those types of rom-coms, but the only difference is that it's about a gay love story, and it's the first gay rom-com produced by a major film studio.
Wow, I did not know that. But
go Universal.
I kind of knew that. You mean like at Universal Studios? Cha-ching. This episode is brought to you by Universal Studios. It's not, but we wish it was. So a question: did you cry?
I didn't cry, but I almost did. Did you cry? I didn't look next to you. And
I was. It wasn't like, sobbing, but I was like, come on, beat the Zoloft, beat the Zoloft, beat the Zoloft. And I beat the Zoloft.
Overcome the numb feeling.
Yeah, no, it was great.
I just love love, and it was a romantic comedy. It really was, and I love the romance, and I just, you're rooting for the people, and when, it's a movie, so, hopefully happy ending for a rom-com, but I don't know, I really, really enjoyed the movie thoroughly.
And I think it also, Point of View is reporting this, we're the first to report this, it was the first happy ending of a gay movie ever. No one died, no one broke up. No, this is not true, but that's a thing that, usually they have traumatic endings.
I haven't seen, and you're gonna hate me, but I haven't seen Love, Simon.
You almost did, and you had to leave, right?
Yes.
Weren't we in
did you
Campus
watch it
Min?
in the Min?
Yeah, we did.
We watched it in Campus Ministry at Loyola in their office, and
I
had to go for some reason.
Yeah, I forget why, but yes, it is a great movie, and as soon as you watch the movie, you're gonna want to watch Love, Victor, which is the spin-off show on Hulu. But yeah, no, I really liked the movie, and I really liked. We had such a great time.
You were like
in
things
rare
that
form.
happened. No, but just you were very goofy that night. Like, you were feeling good.
I was, and you to the point that you were like,
"Are you okay?
Did you put something in your drink?"
Yeah.
No,
your drink that you spilled half of it in the movie theater lobby.
My drink, my Diet Dr. Kelp. Are you feeling the fall vibes?
I am feeling the fall vibes. I've been wearing lots of flannels and I don't know, what's the flannel pattern? I don't know. Is there a name
raglan, checkered.
Raglan. It's like checkered
plaid.
Plaid. I've been wearing a lot of plaid. I've been wearing my
I don't know if it's
jeans.
raglan.
I've been wearing long sleeve shirts. I feel like long sleeve shirts are like very fall.
Yes.
At night it's been getting very cold. So like I'm feeling that. Like I like the summer, just putting it out there. And September makes me sad, as we know, because we're going from...
Say it together now.
A lax summer to a rigorous fall. Okay?
Fall into autumn, if you will.
But yeah, I don't know. I do feel the fall. I do like pumpkin spice. I don't know how
And
you feel
everything
about
nice,
pumpkin
babe.
spice. Pumpkin spice.
Why did I just call
nice.
you babe?
I don't know. That's a
I
first.
do you have like certain nicknames for certain, like you're King, Tom's King, Nick's King, but like Claire is babe, Alyssa's babe,
You're very creative with your nicknames.
right? I think those are the only two I have. No,
Based on the gender identity, you're either king or babe.
no, that's not true. That's not true because there are some Sophia's babe, we call each other babe. And these are like mutuals too. I don't just go around calling people babe. I would hate that so much. I would hate that.
So
Deers. Oh my god, how could I?
Yes.
Deers, that is Rachel and Elizabeth, and I think that is exclusively for them. Now that I think about it.
Good for them. Did you name them these, or did they?
Well, it started off as a meme, like yes dear, like hello dears, like I think.
Oh, because
it would be like.
Did it come from? So there's the employees at Loyola Dining are lovely people.
Yes.
And they are so kind, and they're always asking how you're doing. And there's one who works in Boulder Gardens Cafe, which we only call it Boulder. But there's one that works in Boulder that usually during lunchtime that helps serves food. I think it's Miss Lisa, and she always goes, "Here you go, dear. Thanks, dear."
I don't think it came from. No,
okay.
No, I
that
think
was
it was
a stupid story that wasted.
No, it was wholesome. Get out of here. Oh, Queen is another one.
Queen. That makes sense. King, Queen.
Yeah, and I can think of some people that I call Queen. I think. Yeah. No, there were a bunch of people.
But yeah, I like the pumpkin spice. I like the apple drinks and the not like alcoholic drinks, but like cider. Do you like your cider hot or cold?
Hot.
But you're drinking it cold.
Well, this is because it tastes. I really think it's just apple juice that they are incorrectly branding. But you know one thing I hate about the fall?
What?
The Western Conifer Bug. H.
What is that?
Yes.
What?
No, I did some research. Yeah. Well, okay, so I feel like we all call them stink bugs.
Stink bugs.
I don't know what they look like at your house, but they're like the thin kind of like brown bugs with like the arms that bend. Yeah. We're both doing this.
we
look like puppets.
We're about to launch into.
Yeah. So I looked it up. They're actually not stink bugs. The difference is stink bugs smell when you kill them. I think when you kill them. The Western Conifer Bug smells like pine needles when you kill it. And that is because that's what it drinks and eats. It sucks the sap out of trees. But I hate them with a passion to the point, like, I will not kill them because I'm afraid to touch them. I am that person that, like, if my mom is here, my mom is killing that thing before I am. I'm not kidding. I do not like them. I kill spiders for my mom. As you knew last night, I can do spiders.
Yes.
I'll kill a spider.
Is that what was happening? You muted yourself and walked away and then...
Yes, I killed 2 spiders.
I see.
But these Western Conifer bugs, which I did not know that was the name of them until about 5 minutes before this show, are nasty. They're too, like, they have a shell. I don't like it. They fly, and they're all over the house right now, like outside the house.
Mm-hmm.
And they get inside the house because they go through cracks and stuff, and I don't like it.
I'm curious where their native area is. Like, if it's just near... in the New England area?
I think it is because if you look up stink bug, like we all call it stink bug. We all call them stink bugs. I think, at least you and I
Western
did.
Conifer bugs are just, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. I am so afraid of them though. I remember when I was younger, I was home with my cousin, we were alone, and we were too afraid to kill it, so we got Elmer's glue and like squirted it on it. And got it somehow in a plastic bag and just, like, I have been known to tape cups over them on the floor.
Oh my god.
And leave them for my dad, Gary Sita.
I am the resident...
That's not his name.
...bug killer.
Are you?
In my house, normally.
Are you?
My dad will do it too, but I tend to be home because my dad's at work and I work from home, and I don't know, just when they show up, I tend to be the one who's home more than my dad. So, but the one time when they constantly come out, I mean, we'll see sightings here and there, is we have an artificial Christmas tree, and it lives up in our attic when it's not the Christmas season. And it's like 4 parts, I think. Like, there's a big part, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller as you go up. But when we bring it down to our living room for the Christmas season, there's always a minimum of 15 of those bugs living inside of the tree.
I hate it.
Because it mimics a pine tree, right? So it's like, they think, oh, and it smells a little bit like a pine tree too.
Okay,
so when we take it down from the attic, I'm like carrying this big piece down the stairs.
I hate it.
But I'm like, I know that there's at least 5 of these bugs on me.
I hate it. I would commit arson. And also, those dumbasses are sucking plastic. If they're like,
you would assume that they just follow smell, right? Because pine has such a strong scent.
Yes.
But
I hate that for you. I think they're stupid because they're sucking
that being
plastic.
said, when we bring our Christmas tree down, do you mind coming over and helping?
Nope. Yes, I do mind. I will not be there.
But yeah, those bugs do come out this time of year. I've seen a few, and when you kill them, because they have that crunchy exoskeleton, you always get a.
Did you have to say exoskeleton? I hate it
because
here.
That's what it's called.
I hate it here. I hate it here. I'm leaving. Justin will actually be doing the episode without me now. No, but I don't like them. You know what else I don't like? Speaking of like exoskeletons, I don't even know if this is like a thing. The stupid the horseshoe crabs, which I didn't know were a thing, and native to here until 8th grade when we were studying like the different, shells and like science stuff. I don't know. I'm not really you're more sciencey than me, but that is absolutely disgusting. The horseshoe crabs that look like little stingrays with helmets, kind of, and they walk. I absolutely
and they shovel sand into their mouth like.
Do they?
I think so.
I've never seen one alive, like on the beach, just chilling. I didn't even know they were from
what would
here.
happen if I did. I did.
Yeah, you would be running for. Oh yeah, true. You would be running for the hills.
It's not. I don't like creatures of the deep, but yeah.
So you don't like octopuses? By the way, it is not octopi. Just anybody
really
listening. Yeah, it's octopuses. Octopi is incorrect.
Who invented the English language? Like, really?
Yes.
Like, why? Why is it not cactuses?
I don't know. Maybe it is cactuses, and we don't.
And we don't know. Excuse me, no, it's cacti.
Yeah, like, I loved that.
Don't you dare pull a cactuses in front of me.
What? Who is that? What are you doing right now?
This is my. I think how smart people talk is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Just some. I think what I was trying to.
Or
go
disturbed
for there,
people.
What I'm trying to go for there was a stuck-up British man who just studies the plural versions of words. I guess.
I read a book about a prisoner who wrote a bunch of the like Oxford English Dictionary. For high school, in high school, we had to read this. It's very interesting. He
wrote the dictionary?
He like entered words into it. They called him a madman. Like he had mental issues.
I see.
Psychological issues.
And back then, they called them a madman if you had mental health issues.
Yes, which, I mean, I don't know. Can I say that? Maybe. Because I feel like I would have fallen into that category back in the day.
Yeah.
They would have been like, he likes Lady Gaga.
No.
He likes Lady Gaga? All right. Yeah.
He has obsessions and compulsions. He's a madman.
He's a witch.
What do you... Yes. Have you been watching any Halloween movies? We're getting towards Halloween. Well, I feel like we're officially in spooky season.
We are in spooky season, and I love it. I have not seen any Halloween movies yet this season, but I will be. I'm really excited for Halloween Ends. I love Jamie Lee Curtis movies, although she will never top Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan, just saying. But I'm excited for that one. There's a new Scream coming out, but that's in March, so I don't... Why are you even asking this? You hate Halloween movies, I'm assuming. You hate scary movies.
Well, I hate scary movies, but I do enjoy Halloween movies. I
Like
enjoy,
what?
like, the Disney Halloween movies. Like,
Okay.
Nightmare Before Christmas, Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town. I like those. So I just saw Hocus Pocus 2, and I really liked it. I was like little worried. I mean, I was excited for it because I really liked the original Hocus Pocus, but it's like 30 years later, and so I was like, I really hope they don't. Like, how many times can you really bring the Sanderson sisters back? Have you seen the original Hocus Pocus?
I have not, but I've heard good things about Hocus Pocus 2, and also conflicting opinions about the ending of Hocus Pocus 2.
Do you know the ending?
I absolutely do not.
Okay, good. But yeah, I know. I think they did a good job, I think. And it was just fun to see the three actresses, Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Jessica Parker, come back and play those characters again, because it was just goofy, funny characters. But
when was the original one published?
1993.
Oh, wow.
And
so it really was 30 years ago.
It was 30 years ago. And you know who directed the original?
Who?
Kenny Ortega, who directed all
Wow.
the High School Musical movies and Teen Beach Movie and other things like that.
Did he do Camp Rock too? Like, also not Camp Rock the sequel. He did something. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Let him look it up.
Well, excuse me, I'm burping apple cider, which is gone now, by the way. Sad. But yeah, no, I like the more like the scary movies, which is funny because we saw. I don't even know what the trailer was for. It looked like it was going to be The Exorcist, but it
was
wasn't.
Like Pray the Devil Away or Pray
for the Devil or something.
I don't know. It was something. It looked like an Exorcist movie.
And do you remember what you said when the trailer ended?
I said I'm not going to sleep tonight. I should have walked out of here. I don't know.
Yes, exactly. That is what you said. Meanwhile, I didn't look up Kenny Ortega, and I'm not going to, just because he's a really cool guy. I feel like I'll just leave it at that.
Are you guys bros?
Yeah, we are. We're bros. I'm a bro.
Nice.
You know. Do with that what you will. I'm trying to think of my favorite scary movie. The Visit.
That's the only one I've seen.
I love that movie so much. I don't know why. It was like one of my first scary movies I saw in theaters. And just the plot twist of like those aren't your grandparents. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that movie. I saw it in theaters, and I think the reason why I liked it was because I went into it not actually thinking it was a comedy, but in order for me to get through it, my brain was like, oh, this is a comedy. So like,
you lied to yourself.
Yeah. So anytime there was like, I mean, when there was a jump scare, I like shuddered in my seat, but at the same time, I just laughed at all the stupid, like, anything that was supposed to be scary, everyone was like, ah, and I was like, like, you know, like,
so
there's just some ridiculousness too. It's like, do you mind getting inside the oven to clean it? Like, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Do you want to hear something funny?
It's hilarious.
First of all, no, it's not. That's traumatic.
It's
Second
so funny.
Of all,
it's like, what? And she's just so like
traumatic.
The actress who played the grandma, it's just so honey, do you mind getting inside the, like, that's hilarious. Yes. And that was in the trailer too. And just
it was in the trailer.
It was like, yeah.
So, funny story about that. My cousin Emma came with my sister and I to the movie. We were like, would you want to go see? And she doesn't like horror movies either. And this isn't even like really, I mean, it is branded as a horror movie. I believe it's
Night Shyamalan.
Yes. And it was branded as a horror movie, but it was PG-13, like it wasn't super intense or anything. But we took her, and she hated it. She was like, never again, but we laugh about it. Like, she enjoyed herself. My Nana at the time was still alive, our Nana. So it was like Thanksgiving.
You said our Nana, and I was like, surprise, we both share a Nana. Like,
yes. Yes. No, we don't share, not Vovo. I'm going to get this one day.
So
Vovo Ted is Vovo means grandfather.
Yeah. Vovo.
But I guess we would also share a grandfather if that were the
Vovo
case.
and Vava. Vava was my grandmother, and Vovo Ted is my grandfather.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get this one day. Speaking of going to get this one day, it's about that time. Every 10 episodes or so, I ask Justin if he's seen the movie Get Out, and then I forget his answer. Have you seen the movie Get Out?
No, but I have. This is where I'm such a loser. But I've read the plot. So I've read the whole thing and know what happens, but I have not seen the actual scenes and stuff.
That checks out. That's what you gave last time as an answer. I'm remembering now.
Okay.
Yep. Such a good movie.
You saw The Visit with your cousin and...
Oh, yeah, I didn't finish the story. I saw The Visit with my cousin, and my Nana was still alive at the time. We had her... My Nana got to Thanksgiving before... I think it was Thanksgiving. It doesn't really matter what holiday it was. Got there before my cousin one year, and we were like, Nana, will you just ask Emma if she can get inside the oven to clean it for you. And she didn't, like, we were like, we saw a scary movie where the grandparents are like, and she did it. She asked her, and she was like, absolutely not. Like, it was really funny.
Did Emma know something was up, or did she think your Nana was like,
well, she knew.
Okay.
No, she knew, like, she was like, okay, she probably connected the dots very quickly.
Right.
Quickly. I don't know, why can't I speak today?
Quickly. I couldn't find words yesterday. So.
What was that? I hate that for you, actually. But,
yeah, actually, and I also lied, too, and I've shared this on the podcast. I've seen The Visit. That was the only scary movie that I've seen in theaters, but I saw It afterwards.
Like the new It? Or the
new It. Well, I've also seen the old It. For some reason, those movies aren't scary for me.
I didn't think so either. I didn't
see the second one, though. I didn't see the second It, because I hear that one is scarier than the first one.
It is, but it's not much worse, to be honest.
Really?
I didn't find it scary. I don't find clowns scary. In fact, I am one.
Maybe
right?
That's why you're surrounded by clowns, because I am it too.
Yeah, like, come on now.
Here we are. No, but I didn't find that scary. I mean, I do, in, like, certain clown makeup, I think is, like, horrifying, but I didn't find this one to be scary. Like, I would even consider, and brace yourself, I would even consider watching the second one with you.
Oh, is this going to be the episode where you need
with
to
all the lights on, with other people in the house?
I was going to say, is this going to be the trade-off? I'll go on a roller coaster with you. You go on, you watch it too with me. But at the same time, no, because
but I still will not go to a haunted house.
I was going to say the intensity of It 2 is way less scary than a roller coaster. I feel like roller coaster and haunted house are more even for us. And they happen to take place in October in the same location. Like, I could do Untamed, you could do Screamfest.
And
sounds horrible.
I paralyze myself.
No, same.
Shudder.
Same, because I've said this so many times. I am afraid of dying.
So am I.
Not being scared.
What if I get scared and my heart stops? What if you go on a roller coaster and your heart stops? Same thing.
I'll always remember us.
I will always remember. It's not happening. Would you want to go to Halloween? You've gotten me
Halloween.
You've gotten me saying it the way you did. Would you go to Halloween Horror Nights?
Is that in Universal?
Universal?
Yes, they have an American Horror Story themed haunted house.
This year they do?
They've done it multiple years, I believe. It's so good.
I'm strangely, and my sister is too, shout out Ashley.
I know her.
We're infatuated with, like, YouTube videos on people going through them and just the history behind, like, how Halloween Horror Nights came to be, and, like, there was, like, icons that were, like, the event was excuse me, the event was themed around for a couple years, and now they're moving more towards, like, intellectual properties, like you know, Halloween Ends or something, you know. But this year, I watched a video. Again, I love this type of stuff, or I love watching it from afar in a safe place. Just make that clear.
In a safe place.
In a safe place. There's a maze. I don't know if they call them mazes or haunted houses there, but there's a maze there that's themed around The Weeknd, the singer.
Well, yeah, Tom and Megan are in Universal now, and Tom just texted me and he was like, yeah, there's a weekend thing going on. And he was like, the actual horror is that they have to listen to his mid-music,
Oh my
which is kind of
gosh.
funny.
That's
Which is
so
funny because, right, but he likes the weekend a lot. He's seen him, we actually saw him together. We saw the Starboy tour, the Legends of the
nice.
Fall tour in 2017, I believe. And he loved the After Hours album, so he really just doesn't like, I'm speaking for him, but he really just doesn't like the new album, which is Dawn FM, which I think is a really cool concept, but definitely not as realized as After Hours, which is the album he put out in 2020.
I just think it's interesting that there's a haunted house based on him. But I guess I haven't seen any of his recent music videos, but I guess there's kind of horror aspects to them.
There are elements, yeah.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
think
it's like a
that's where
Hollywood, it's like a Hollywood, like, what it's really like type thing, but also his own demons. It's, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's got that album has a very 80s vibe. It's like the fast pace, that type of thing, the fast lane.
Gotcha.
5 a.m.
He's always in the red suit.
Yes, that was a big thing for that After Hours album campaign. It reminded me a lot of the we need to get Claire on for this episode. She does a great Us Tethered, you know the Us movie, Jordan Peele?
Mm-hmm.
She does a great impersonation, and they also all wear red suits, the Tethered people, the like underground people.
I see.
Yeah. I would do it, but I would sound like a dying rhinoceros.
Speaking of Jordan Peele, did you know that Nope? I mean, I know you've seen Nope and you weren't a huge fan.
I was not impressed. Nope.
Did you know that Nope stands for something?
No.
I was listening to a different podcast and Jordan Peele was being interviewed and they were talking about Nope and he said that it stands for something and the host of the podcast was like, "Can I guess it? You don't have to say yes or no." And he guessed it correctly and Jordan was like, "Yeah, that well, like," and they joked. It was like, "All right, end of interview." But it
never
stands...
open people's envelopes.
No.
Okay.
And this is not really spoiling. This is not really spoiling anything because if you see the trailer of Nope, you kind of know, like, understand what's going on. But it stands for Not of Planet Earth.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes
like
sense.
A
It's about
flying
aliens.
saucer in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not of Planet Earth.
I like that laugh. I forgot about that, but that is one of the best. Like, what possessed him
Was
to
it
think
Vine?
that was, like, appropriate? No, it was just an interview that Justin Bieber did with
No,
Maria.
I know, but did it become famous through Vine?
I don't even know. I just think I saw it on YouTube. I never had Vine, but Maria Menounos is interviewing him. He says something funny, and she laughs, and he goes, "I like that laugh." And he does it in a really weird, like, he shakes his head, and he's like, "Ha, ha, ha." Like, he
imitates the laugh.
He imitates the laugh, and it's so, like, what possessed you to, like, say that? It was so rude. And he was a kid, and I'm not making fun of him, whatever. Like, I have my issues with Justin Bieber, but what? Like, it's just so weird. It's like fever dream.
It could have been rude, but at the same time, he was like complimenting because I like your laugh. But then it was just the impression part that could have been taken either way, I guess. But it's like, so yesterday I got dinner with our friend Ryan. Not Ryan that's been on the podcast, a different friend Ryan.
It's like our friend Ryan. Do I know Ryan?
Do you know Ryan? Maybe you don't know Ryan. He knows you. Oh, well, maybe you don't. He graduated
me.
from Loyola from 2022, class 2022, and he knows you through the podcast. So
what's his name?
I'm not going to say it.
Okay, cut it out. Bleep it.
His name is Ryan.
Oh, I can picture him.
Okay.
I love that he listens. Thank you, Ryan. Wow. I didn't know people that I didn't know, and that you knew him, so okay.
He said
he's listened to the podcast.
He said he's listened to Angela's episode and then maybe one other. So he listens to he's listened to a few. Also, I think I've said this before, but if you don't listen to the show, I think it's very funny. People defend themselves immediately when they say, "Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'm so
but
behind
I've
on
listened to
plot."
this one.
But I've listened to this one. It's like, I'm not offended. I know people are busy.
Right.
It's okay.
Right.
We glad that you supported a few episodes.
Yeah, we only talk about you behind your back.
Yeah. But so I got dinner with Lauren and Ryan. Ryan moved to Boston recently. Lauren's obviously been here for a bit. And
Okay.
have you had this experience? So I had this experience a few years ago when Ryan DeVilliers, who's been on the show, and his brother came to Boston, and they were like, "What are the sights to see? Take us on a tour." And when he asked me that, I was like, I don't know what there is to see. Like, I do know that there is to see, right? There's like, Boston's a very historic city, and there's some really cool things. But because you're from here, or we're from here, I feel like I couldn't give a good tour of Boston. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Have you
it's
ever
not
felt
that
that way?
special. We dumped tea into the water and then,
That was
Yeah.
our history. That's
That
where
was
the
our history.
textbooks end. No, but like,
Yeah.
do you have you ever felt that way? Like, have you ever had someone from out of town come and either stay with you or stay in the city, and they're like, "Nick, like, show me around."
Right. No, I actually have never had that experience because I know all the spots. The Braintree Plaza, the Kingston Mall movie theater. No, I'm kidding.
You
No, I
all the
totally
malls.
get it. I'm not a very, like, historic person. Like, I'm not a historian, so I'm not like, let's go to, like, we'll go to Faneuil Hall, but I'm like, oh, let's stop in Newbury Comics. Let's go to Urban Outfitters. Like,
Yeah, that's also what I like. I know the history generally, but I don't know dates. Like, I know, okay, outside of the old State Building, there's a little circle in the sidewalk. That's where the Boston Massacre happened. And like,
See, I didn't even know that.
yeah, well, and then like, the Freedom Trail, has like the bricks along the sidewalk. So I don't know. It's funny because Ryan is actually, he came to the city. He's only here for a short term, but he came to the city. He's staying with his friend from high school who went to Northeastern, and he's a tour guide. He's not only a tour guide, but he's a ghost tour guide of Boston.
Wait, that's the Ryan
Yeah.
that's gonna tour us around? What? That's really cool. Wait, his friend Ryan is
Ryan. The Ryan we're talking about. Not
Okay.
Ryan DeVilliers.
okay. So did they have to? Now I have more questions. Did they have to teach him about the tour?
Yes. So they trained him and
Okay.
kind of like gave him the script or whatever. But
Okay.
he's a tour guide, a ghost tour guide of Boston.
That's
And
so cool.
he knows things. Like, I have come to know the spots and different things, but I would really only go into the city if I had a doctor's appointment, or if I was going to a concert or a sporting
Right.
event, or going into a specific restaurant. I've
Right.
never really done, I mean, in third grade I did the Freedom Trail, so I did all the history stuff, but I've never really done there's the sites, and there's the Prudential Center, and there's the Faneuil Hall, and I just went, and I guess I took it for granted. Like, it's funny.
Right.
I feel like I know Baltimore better than I know Boston, and the spots to well, I mean, also maybe because I went to college in Baltimore, but like,
Same.
the
But like
spots
the
to go
Towson
out
Mall,
and stuff.
No, I'm kidding.
All of the malls. Oh my god.
The Towson Town Center, if you will, which is the mall, the Inner Harbor, the movie theater, the Towson movie theater.
But like, people ask me like, where are some fun spots to go out, and I'm like, well, I could tell you in Baltimore, but in Boston, I know general area, but I don't know specific. I don't know. I was just curious if you've had that experience of just feeling like you're a stranger in your own hometown.
No, I called it being a weird kid in middle school. That was a stranger in my own town. No, I'm kidding. That's why I went to private school. Which you can relate. You went to private school. I don't know if you were weird. I was weird.
I've always been weird.
Same.
It's just eventually you come to accept it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, I don't know. There's that.
I'm excited for the ghost tour, though. And now I'm excited that I know, or I guess we haven't met in person, but he knows me from the podcast. I know him from Loyola. We know the host.
He was giving Lauren and I, because we were walking around the city after dinner, and he was like, oh, this is a spot, and this is a spot. And we were like, Ryan, stop. We don't want the free version. We want
True. I'm shocked you want to go, because you hate scary things.
But it's not scary. It's just ghost stories and ghost sightings that have happened in these places. It's not like someone's jumping out at you.
Exactly, until they follow you home. And then,
I'll carry my cross. The other thing that I just wanted to run by you, and I'm very curious if how you feel about this. Although
Horribly.
realizing now how you dress is very different than like I envy how you dress. So
okay. I was like, how you dress is very different.
It's very different. No. So I'm, as I mentioned at the top of the show, I'm going to be traveling, and there's some formal events that are happening while I'm traveling. So I have to I have you can see it. I have like all of my not a bunch, but I have some ties on the floor.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were showing me your pants. I was like, you're zooming in on your crotch.
There's some ties on the floor, and there's just other formal wear and stuff. But I feel like there's a lack of expression you have as a guy when you dress formally.
Yeah.
Because it's just you wear the white shirt and the black jacket and the black pants, and then the only expression you have is the tie, especially formal events. Like you and I attended a semi-formal, and I wore a ducky tie, and you wore like a sequined silver blazer. Which
that was a Hollywood theme. So I really was like, let's do the theme, which a lot of people did not.
Right. So, but like when you go to formal event, like I feel like women's dress, obviously you have it's to a point where it can be stressful, but also you can have a lot more expression with what you wear, like a different style of like dress if you're going to wear a dress, or different colors and different things, and like that's acceptable. But as a guy, you have your black jacket, black pants, or blue jacket, blue pants, or if you want to be crazy, gray jacket, gray pants. And it's just, I don't know, like, and then who thought that ties was formal wear? Like, let's just tie a rope around our neck, and that will be the formal wear for men. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do. Well, I think anybody can wear anything. So, like, I think gender roles play a lot. But I totally, like, and sometimes I, just get lazy. Like, my work clothes, a lot of it's just, like, blue dress shirts,
Right.
Khakis. But I feel you there with the expression, like, I want to wear a colored suit when I get married, but not like a fun suit, just like something
orange,
tasteful, but also no. You know what I mean? Like I totally agree with you. Like the suits, like no one's like, oh, what are you wearing? Like it's a black suit. It's another black suit. Who are you wearing? It's a black suit. Yeah, no, I feel you. And I try and go with like, cause there are more interesting men's dress shirts that you can go for.
There are, but at the same time, I feel like if I'm going to like a formal event, also dress code is weird. Like cocktail versus black tie versus business. What's the difference?
I don't know. And to be honest, I don't really care. I say like, can I wear this? and then I show up. I just the way I express myself when wearing that type of outfit is just, I love a theme. So
I do too.
The Hollywood theme, loved. But like for more subtle events like Bull and Oyster, I looked up, I think it was the 50th Bull and Oyster, if I'm not wrong, that I went to. So I looked up the number 50 and like what colors you wear for that. And I read somewhere that blue, or I think it was like sapphire, it was like that was the gem for fit, because I think like 50 is like a diamond or whatever, but there's also like a color palette that I found. I don't even know if it was right, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So I wore a black dress shirt. I wore my gray suit because that's all I have for suits. I really want a black suit though. I think a black suit with a black shirt and a black tie looks really sharp. Somebody I know wore that to the One Last Time concert that I went to in New York City, and I thought they were really well dressed. But also I see a Western Conifer Bug on my window on the outside.
But yeah, I don't know. I when I'm dressing more casually, I do like a theme. Like we talked about fall, and I've been wearing a lot of, I don't know, flannel, whatever we said, plaid, right? And I like I'll wear oranges and reds and
Yes.
things like that. But then when, I don't know, I want to figure out a way that I can, because that I don't want to say famous, but I'm famous for my Christmas suits, right?
You are famous for your Christmas suits.
Around Christmas, I have these just I don't know, bright, provocative Christmas suits that are just
provocative.
Like ugly sweater. I don't know. Maybe that's
they
the
come
wrong
with
word.
assless chaps.
I mean, it's not the norm, right? It's just like ugly sweater type patterns, and I love wearing those. And there's something about formal wear that I do. I love dressing up. I do.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't know. I need to find a better way to not stand out, but to just make it more me. Because not that formal wear isn't me, but I just feel like the black suit, the blue suit, the gray suit with the white shirt, and then the tie changes based on the event.
Right.
Is getting old for me already, and I'm only 23.
Mm.
You know?
Still old though. No, I'm kidding. I
hate you so much. Says the 24-year-old.
Yes. Soon to be 25, and then it's quarter life crisis for me, baby. What is the event? Can you share what the event is without giving specifics, obviously?
I can share what the actual event is. So,
speaking of sharing what the actual event is.
So, the new president of Loyola is having his inauguration, and there's I guess it's a presidential inaugural whatever dinner at the George Peabody Library in Baltimore.
Okay.
And so the dress code is cocktail, and I think like trustees are invited, and I think some alums are invited, and there are some current students that are invited, and then people who have the big bucks who have donated, I think, like benefactors to the school, are also invited. And so I'm just thinking about that, like what, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna look like every other guy who's wearing a suit there.
Yes. I have a funny story about that, by the way. Okay, so I'm looking up cocktail, and they're really, for men, it's harder, because it comes up with, I looked up cocktail dress code, and it came up with dresses, because I typed it, in a way that, so then I was like, okay, no. So
it's
I'm looking
loose.
I'm looking up guide to cocktail attire. It is, but these guys are wearing, jackets with not necessarily matching pants, they're
like khaki pants or still suit pants?
They're like suit pants, but the jacket doesn't match it matches, it looks nice, but it's not the same color. Some of them are wearing vests with a tie that might look nice with what did Mr. Mosby, they were pocket hankies, that's what he called them, and I think that's what they're, pocket squares, I don't know. It looks like there's a lot of sheen in these.
The brand or the design?
The color, how it's not color, but how design, it kind of shines a little bit.
I see.
It looks like that. I think I don't like gray suits that much because that's the only one I own, and I've worn it just repeatedly. But I do think for this event, because it's Loyola, if you did a gray suit with something with the green shine. I have a tie. If you want it, you can have it. I bought it for lessons and carols when the accent color was green, and it has a sheen to it, and it's nice.
I feel have a green tie.
I feel like if you did that with a black dress shirt and a gray suit, I don't know.
I don't have a black dress shirt, and I don't have gray pants.
I also feel like black under gray is not done that often, but I do like it. I think it pops and it would look different. I also love fitted suits. I know you can't I don't know, maybe yours is fitted, and also I don't know how much time you don't have time.
Fitted like a tailor?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have mine's tailored to my high school body, and it's time for a new one, to be quite honest with you.
I just got some new stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's too late for this event because I got to pack for it.
Yeah,
but I think just
bring out the ducky tie.
Something else to exactly. Something else to think about. I don't know. What do you do, listeners? How do you, if you're a guy or if you're a girl, how do you express yourself when you have to dress formally? I'd love to know.
Yeah,
but
write us. I do have a quick funny story based on what you just shared. We are working at our company on making or presenting a little bit looser than we are, because on our pictures on the website, everybody's in like a suit and very, very business formal, and that's not how we are in real life. So we're kind of toning it down a little bit, having like an outside background, like a nicer, like, you know, like still dress coats and like just no tie, you know, like a coat with a dress shirt. And the company we're working with, the PR firm that we're working with, sent examples of like how men should dress, how women should dress for these pictures, for this vibe we're going for, because it's more accurate to us. So the women came with like nice jewel tones, nice dresses, whatever. The men, and this, I think this shows the creativity of or levels of a lot of men. Sorry, men, but every single one of them is in a blue dress shirt and the exact picture that the model was wearing. Like, they literally did not change. They look like they are in uniform, which is really funny. They're all like 50-year-old men. There was no creativity. They followed the instructions to a T. That's and funny. They all look the same.
See, I don't want to be funny. That. I want to stand out.
No, me neither.
Like, I don't know if that's just my personality or what, but I
feel you.
So
I feel you.
And not just the tie. Like, I want something that can look classy and fit in a formal setting, but also is unique.
Well, you're unique looking.
I don't know. Maybe I need to talk to a personal stylist. Not that I have the money to hire one, but
right.
You know. Thank you for listening, everybody. My name is Justin Dew.
Oh, and I'm Nick Gervasi.
And you can reach us at our email, pointofdewpodcast@gmail.com, or by sending us a voice message on our website, anchor.fm/pointofdew. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Point of Dew Podcast, and on Twitter at Point of Dew. If you enjoy our show, give us a rating or review wherever you get your podcast, or share us with a friend or family member. We really appreciate it and are truly grateful for your support. As always, we hope you have a great week. Thank you for listening, and until next time.
H.
They will carry on. If the other side is a sad story, we'll make good out of it. Because we count the times when we were together. Now